Welcome in, everybody. Welcome back to Star Wars Day by Day. This is Star Wars Day, where we play the game daily, and it's a grind. Sometimes we have thought-provoking things to discuss. Sometimes we're just going through the motions. Hopefully, it adds a little bit of value. It makes you smile. It makes you laugh. It gives you something to think about. It makes you question why I do stuff the way I do, and quite frankly, that happens to me too sometimes. But glad you're here. Thanks for making space. Thanks for making time. I know you have a lot of other things you can do, but it is what it is. Had a milestone moment today. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into the weeds too much, but we serve a good God, my friends. And I was able to witness something earlier tonight, about 6:30, that me and my wife didn't never think was possible. And my wife has a condition, and things are complicated. Let's put it that way. And but we are foster parents, and we've been doing it for the better part of a decade now. And a little over. Wait a minute. Let me think about this. So almost 5 years ago. It'll be 5 years ago. It'll be 5 years ago in July. So in about 2 more months, we got this call about this little boy. And I hemmed and hawed to know. We didn't know if it was a little boy. We didn't know what it was. They just said, hey, we have this child. Do you want him? And we hemmed and hawed, and it was way harder than I can express to you. But we ended up saying yes. And found out that they told us, hey, this kid's coming. There's no possibility of him going back to where he came from. So, you know. And so we're like, okay. And they brought him to us, and I have the picture, the first picture I ever took of him still on my phone. And I'm getting misty as I'm talking about this. But he came to us and he cried for about 4 months straight. And anyway, it's a lot of very, very muddy stuff happened along the way. But suffice it to say, we get to see his preschool graduation tonight. And if you're, excuse me, if you're like me and you heard me say preschool graduation, you're like, that's a joke, right? I get it. I remember when I was young, and I think I was probably 10 at the time or something like that. And I didn't have a kindergarten graduation, but this little girl in the neighborhood that I grew up with was a friend of ours. She ended up having a kindergarten graduation. I was like, and this is me at the time. I'm like, why is she having a kindergarten graduation? Because even then I was like, whatever. And it has to do a whole lot with the whole way my brain works about the whole eclipse and the aurora and all that stuff. And sometimes it doesn't make a lot of sense. But you know, and so I never thought. And so the reason I'm just saying this is because I never thought I'll be excited about a preschool graduation. But given that my wife and I aren't able to have children, I'm hoping that it makes it a little bit clearer now. But it didn't hit me until I was on my way home what had to take place in order for us to get to this place where we were able to see him. And now I want you to understand that he's a kid that goes about stuff. He doesn't pick stuff up right away. He sort of wants to go at his own pace. And his sister, the little girl that you hear some nights yelling and screaming, she is much more sociable because she's a girl and she picks up social stuff, and she's just a different animal. But next year we're planning to have her in all-day preschool and him in a class called Young Fives, where he basically gets another. It's not technically preschool, but it is. It's not kindergarten yet. And then the year after, we'll make the determination about school and all that together. And so they'll essentially, even though the boy will be a year older than the girl, they're basically going to be in school together in the same grade. And because I just feel like he needs it. And he's a good kid. I mean, they're different. They're very different kids, but they're... And my wife is going through some stuff where she can't, she gets off work and she's just, it's like we eat dinner, then we had to go to this thing. We decided we want to go get ice cream, so we went to the thing, got ice cream, came back. Of course, the kids had ice cream, so they're running around screaming at each other. And my wife was like, I can't take it. Granted, she didn't get here till 5 o'clock, and this is about 2.5 hours later, and we spent at least an hour of that watching a pre-K graduation, and she's just like, so she's got, I don't know. But yeah, it was a really interesting night. Just after that weight hit me of, oh my gosh, this kid that we waited so long for. He had a pre-grad graduation, and next year it's going to be doubly sick because he's going to go basically through the same program the same graduation next year for Young Fives. But his sister's going to be there with him, and she's going to be graduating pre-K too. And I wish I could tell you I wish I could make you understand. Wish I could tell you all of the stuff that we've been through and all of the doors that have been open just because of providence. Because it's the only way it happens. And I try not to, I mean, you may not believe or not. It's fine. But there is proof in this bedroom right in front of me. And then the bedroom right over there. God is real. And, I mentioned how I didn't think the Aurora and the solar eclipse were big deals. I'm still there. What gives me the belief in God is the boy that's in this room, the girl that's in that room, my wife, this house, everything about our lives is because I don't need a solar eclipse to help me understand God. Because I got my solar eclipse occurs every day with that little boy and that little girl and everything else that goes on in my life. And I hope you understand that when I said that about the Aurora, that I wasn't being, that it's just, that it doesn't hit me that way that it may have hit you. But because for me, I live it every day. I live it every day. And, that's not the entire reason why I do this, because I do this because I like this game. I enjoy talking to you. I hope I enjoy interacting with you. But when there's something like that I can say, hey, maybe you didn't know this, but it's like, Force Awakens is just a movie. But there is one line in The Force Awakens that is kind of on point in a lot of ways. It's the line in The Force Awakens where Han goes, "It's all true." And I don't know the rest of the line. I don't even know what the line is, but if you saw the movie, if you know, you know. But from what I've experienced, it's all true. It's all true. Anyway, I didn't mean to talk about the book, but I'm just like, you know what? Just do it, because told him I would. But we're not making a whole lot of, we continue to make progress. By the way, oh my gosh, I forgot. I haven't thought about farming this guy while I was in the, I was even thinking about make sure you farm just friggin' tire bomber. Guess what I didn't do? Mm-hmm. Fortunately, we hit 8. Fortunately, we hit 4 because I would have been pissed if it would have been 1. Especially having hit 100. If I would have hit a 0 or a 1, I would have been livid. The fact that I hit 4 is. Talk to me. Talk to me. I'm here. By the way, did I do I'm totally spacing on what I did or what I didn't do. Anyway, let's have a look at this. So today we had the I don't remember. Maybe I played this earlier. But they put Captain Tarfels on today's the day, and this is the day, you're going to see this in, I don't know, a week and a half or a week from now or whatever. But I'm hoping they move. Be nice if they move these two also. But what they did today is they took this note and they put Bob the Gungan Boomadeer here. And who was here is Juhani. And even though we're not doing Revan yet on this account, as you know, on the other account that I did a few days ago, that I did Jedi Revan. And guess what they just didn't? Guess what they went and buffed for me? The farm that I didn't do yet. They went and farmed. They went and buffed the farm that I didn't do yet, and that is the Revan, the Darth Revan stuff. So yeah, I ain't mad about that at all. That is actually sure. Yeah. Sounds good. But anyway, we are hopefully we'll be done with Boosh, like I said last night, in 2 weeks. Hopefully we'll be done with Chupio by July. By July, that'd be good if we could be there by July. But anyway, hopefully we'll be back on Mara in about 2 weeks. So 10 to 2 weeks is, what is that, June 7th? And that would be right after, during the whole Gungan Turbo Farm or whatever they're gonna do. Which I want to put out a bold statement. If you're still here, leave me a booyah and or something, so I know you're still here. But I was researching Inquisitors for the Hyperlight account. I was like, what? How do these kids work? How do they work? Come to find out, they're crap. Unless you have Third Sister and Grand Inquisitor, they're crap. That's what I came to find out. And I was looking through some older footage from Arnold. This was back probably about 2 years ago, so back in 22. And I noticed that they released the Inquisitors Then they released, I think, I'm trying to remember which one was first. I don't know because I didn't play them. But they released, I think it was the Profundity stuff first. And then like a month later, they started releasing Java stuff. And last year when I was playing, I feel like they released the Leviathan in like April, and they didn't release Leia until like August. And I'm just wondering, what if they're doing all of this light speed and everything, because they're going to drop. And let me be clear, I still really hope it's the Resolute and Dark Tyrannus. I really want it to be the Resolute and Dark Tyrannus. I don't want it to be the Invincible. Give me gas, which that would be the reason why they put the Lightspeed bundle out there for gas. Give me gas in the Resolute, and they give me Dark Tyrannus. One in June, one in July. And then make people have to, and so you got people while they're gearing stuff for the raid. They're also having to farm and relic all of these other characters for the Resolute, and they're also having to farm and relic all of these characters for the Dark Tyrannus. Now the question becomes, what if the pilots for this ship, like people like Amagandai, Yoda, probably not Amagandai, but Yoda, Eva Segura, Cam, they're using Jedi starfighters, and those Jedi are also people that you need for raid. Well, Cam's not easy to get. I've not even attempted to do Cam. I don't even know who you need to do Cam. Eva Segura's fine. Luminara, Yoda, all this stuff. It's just a thought I had. What if they release one? Is to say, hey, the Resolute's coming. Dr. Tyrannus is coming. Here's what you need for the raid. That. All right. Thanks so much for being here. I hope I didn't, I hope you have a good night. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, as always, hold the line. God bless. And until tomorrow, have a good one.